Fighting games are. I don't know what to say about the news, but goddamn, we're playing For Honor again.
Yeah.
Why? Because.
That's just the end of the sentence. Why?
I gotta say, it has been very funny to come back. For Honor was a game that when I enjoyed it 7 years ago, or 6 or 7 years ago, even then it would make me angry relatively often. And it's funny to come back now, and I'm just kind of unironically having a good time without any real attached salt. But then I'll go look at For Honor social media and see that they're as salty as ever. And saying like Hitokiri is not a legitimate character. If you're fighting against Hitokiri, then it's justified to hack and shit like that. And it's funny because it's like I look at it and I think of the bit of the two guys on the bus, right?
Yeah.
And it's on the side of the cliff, and the one guy's looking towards the cliff, and he's labeled playing For Honor while on social media. And the other guy's looking off the cliff at the sun, and he's all happy. Playing For Honor with no social media.
I feel like it would be funnier if both of them were titled Shirokiri.
Oh boy.
Which, by the way, like you weren't there for that, I don't think. But Hitokiri, yeah, when Hitokiri came out, it was there was a big buzz about how Hitokiri is broken and shit. So they tuned Hitokiri to be less oppressive, which is part of why I don't own Hitokiri on PS4. And then people started calling them Shirokiri.
Okay, because it seems right now that people tend to consider him top tier.
Ah.
Her, both, whatever. He can mix up, or she, whatever, can mix in unblockables very seamlessly, and the fact that they can delay the unblockable makes it kind of brutal.
Yeah. I mean, Hitokiri is like a slightly more advanced, I guess, Jugo.
Yeah, I would say,
Like, but they just have these sorts of design things, because like Hitokiri and Jormungandr are just Shugoki with extra steps. Fucking what's her name? Kyoshin. Kyoshin is just Vortiger. It's just Black Prior but Japanese, and like with bleed instead of pancake flip.
Yeah. I've not quite cracked a lot of how it goes. Like, I mean, Shaman, I can tell is like, okay, what if Berserker and Peacekeeper fucked, and also we gave them a bit of command grab action?
Yeah. And then there's the ones like I just realized today actually that Sohei is a parry character. But Sohei does not have a parry stance. You just have to be really fucking good at parries, or get fucked.
Okay, so pre-rework Lawbro then.
I guess so, but like instead of like the difference is that Lawbro's attacks had like, you know, medium speed and some pretty fine tracking, and Sohei, like if Sohei wants to do any damage, Sohei wants to go for heavies. Sohei's heavies are very fucking slow because they're unblockable. And they also deal like 20 damage.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they're supposed to do combo. But all of the moves in the combo are very slow and very easy to parry. And also have no tracking.
I should probably pop Sohei into training mode and try him out, because they're just, come to think of it, I think he's the only character in the game that I haven't at least popped into the training mode. Which I gotta say, that is neat that you can try out the characters you don't own in training mode. That is really cool. But it seems like the general perception on social media is Hito is top tier and Sohei is bottom. Like, Sohei is considered like roll tier, trash tier.
Yeah, I can see how Sohei is trash tier. As someone who made Aramusha, who is the eternal trash, look gaze upon him and be broken. You know?
Yeah, I don't know what the perception is, and it probably doesn't really matter because communities frequently get things wrong, but nonetheless.
I mean, Aramusha has always been. It has always been and will always be. Aramusha is a fucking pop stomper. He kills you if you don't know how to parry. If you know how to parry, Aramusha dies. Except when it's one of the Aramushas like me, I guess, who spent like 1,000 hours just playing Aramusha and no one else.
Can Aramusha not cancel his heavy into that unblockable little hilt to the jaw bit?
He can, but it does enough knockback to not be to not do anything basically. Like you can only it's only worth proccing off of like a wall hit. So like if you can get them to bounce off of the wall, that is good. But anywhere else, it's just basically a free you're out of my combo button.
Okay, so is it? What I'm wondering there is like how much of it is for punishing players that are trying to parry you, right? Because a lot of characters that have big, slow unblockables also have a button they can do. They'll punish people who try to parry it, or at least Raider and Kinsei and like who else? Well, Raider and Shaman can both cancel their big, slow unblockable into throw, which is honestly kind of disgusting.
Yeah, Ramusha, I think the idea with ring the bell was to give him something to do that, but then they changed his kit like 3 times, and
Oh,
yeah, because like at one point, ring the bell, well, you could proc ring the bell off of the fucking parry stance to open people up, and it was very slow, and it basically was worthless, so they removed it, I guess.
I see.
Because here's the thing with ring the bell. Ring the bell, once again, very go, like it stuns the enemy, it makes it so they can see where you're attacking from unless they can read the animations. And, you know, that's basically it. Like it makes it harder to block or parry you. But the problem with ring the bell is that if you do ring the bell naturally, then it does enough pushback that you can't do a follow-up attack unless you do a dash attack, and that's slower and also a lot easier to read.
I see.
So the how we used to play, or how I used to use ring the bell, all like those people who used it, I didn't really, because it wasn't really worth my time. I found, but but yeah, like, you know how people used to use ring the bell is to do it next to a wall so that people can't go back that far, and then you could actually get a free combo off of that if the person can't read animations.
I see.
But it's also a big if, because, you know, if you're at like, if you're playing the game enough to be matched with people who play the game semi-regularly, then they can probably read the animations without needing the guides.
Okay.
So it was basically a thing.
I've noticed...
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it became kind of a thing where, like, Ring the Bell is a movie that Amusha's skit, technically, but, like, why the fuck would you use it? Because it just makes it so the other person gets out of the combo for free, and then, like, if they're good enough to parry you consistently, they're probably good enough to parry you even without the indicators. Hell, I've seen, like, I played the game without indicators for, like, a month.
Yeah.
But it was more fun than challenging.
I've definitely seen some serious advocates for it.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to ask, can Aramusha feint his heavies? Well, excuse me, can Aramusha cancel his heavies?
Into what? That depends.
Just press B and cancel.
Yes, but you have to do it after the startup, which they've made longer.
I see. And can he combo into his zone attack?
He can, but it's a lot of stamina and also very parryable, like very easily parried.
I see. Does it have any special properties, or is he one of those unfortunate characters whose zone attack just kind of is there as an alternative attack that doesn't really do anything special?
The second attack is unblockable, but then that comes
no.
But that comes with all of the caveats that comes with being unblockable. So, you know, it's very fucking slow and easy to parry. Big parry window. It used to be a lot faster, but then people complained, which, I mean, fair enough. Ramusha kind of needed that, but, you know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like if memory serves it, the zone attack you used, because it uses a combo ender with Ramusha, so you do the Beyblade bullshit that he's known for, and then once you thought that you were running out of stamina, or the other person was starting to block lights, because that was like I want to say there was a time when Ramusha's lights didn't fall off of people, or like I guess if you guessed right enough so that people didn't block at the right time, but if you wanted to basically mix them up or whatever, then you could uh cancel, or not even cancel. I think you could cancel heavies into zone attack, but you could also just do the regular rhythm of going between punches and then do that. And it would just be a combo ender. They would block the first hit because it always gets blocked. It never fucking hits, and even when it does, it deals like 5 damage. and then the
I
second
see.
and then the second hit would perhaps land, but once again, once you get to the point where like you match up against people who play the game semi-regularly, they can play that shit on reaction. So like,
I see.
and this is the fast version I'm talking about. They've slowed it down since then.
Eh. Well, this sounds like it sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's most of Ramusha's changes. It was just a bunch of nerfs, and then, if memory serves, they made it so he deals like all of the fucking damage for no reason on heavies. But then they like heavies take half an hour to come out, but they do 95%. And it
I
wasn't that bad.
see.
It wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating, but still, it felt like that. And then now they've made it so it only takes I don't know, half a day for a heavy to come out, and it deals regular damage like it used to.
I see.
Like, he used to be able to. Ramusha, one of Ramusha's feature things for me that he didn't share with Berserker was that Ramusha's heavies were not much slower than his lights, which played into the whole gimmick of him being a mixed-up character.
Yeah.
And they removed that,
Yeah.
which really sucks because lights, like Ramusha's lights, are not particularly great, and like even for combo starters, they kind of stink. So it literally is just try to get the bar rolling, and then if you get blocked, which you probably will, then you have enough recovery to perhaps die. Depends on the
Oh.
opponent. Yeah. Like heavy was just the safer option to go with, which is why I used to when that was an option. But now it's like, all right, so you either go for all of the recovery frames whenever you get blocked, and that sucks, or you go for all of the startup frames on the heavy.
Ugh.
Like, I play on a Musha because I have a lot of time spent on a Musha. Why wouldn't I play on a Musha at this point? But like, yeah, if I didn't like Aramusha this much, then I wouldn't play Aramusha, no. Like, Peacekeeper, Berserker, Shaman all do Aramusha's bullshit, but better.
Yeah. So, I guess For Honor hasn't changed as much for you as it has for me.
Yeah. I mean, I have my characters. Like, Vortiger still plays the same as he always did, which is a surprise to me because that like Black Prior was such a problem when they came out that I figured they would get nerfed to fucking hell, as one is bound to. And no, like, the tracking on the lights or whatever, yeah, the follow-up lights was nerfed a bit, and fair enough. Like, I remember back when Black Prior released, you could do the follow-up light and then catch a guy running away, and that was bad. That shouldn't work like that.
No. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. And it was stuff like that. So, like, stuff like those changes I can understand because, yeah. Like, I'm surprised how much the other, whatchamacallit, the other DLC characters since we stopped playing didn't change though, because like Jormungandr is built around the cutscene.
I've not really given him a shot. I know that I know from facing him that he's got a fair amount of unblockables, but he's definitely one of the rarer picks.
I don't know why. I guess because Jormungandr is like Shugoki, but Jormungandr is like, what if Centurion and Shugoki fucked? Wouldn't that be hot?
Okay, I see.
And so like you have whatchamacallit, you have all of the shit with the heavies that Shugoki has, and then also on top of that, if you do a charged guard break, then it's actually like a gut punch, and if it knocks people down, you can do the cutscene.
I see. So it's not really the full cutscene. It's just that, like, since still has the you're grounded, stab you in the gut, that stuff.
Yes, but the character is built around it.
I see.
Like one of the perks that Jormungandr has is if they get a kill on a person with the down attack, then they get a 75% shield, I want to say.
I see. That would be pretty nuts.
And I know it's still in the game because the AI did it to me, and we got the 75% shield just today.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's a thing, and then Hitokiri. Yeah, I mean Hitokiri was slowed down a bit. Hitokiri used to be very fucking fast. Hitokiri used to break down some people and they would die. So they made that not be that stupid anymore.
I see.
Because one of Hitokiri's attacks is a if you do a dashing god break, I think, then that's actually a sweep. But the animations make it look like Hitokiri is breakdancing.
I've definitely seen and myself done the charged unblock, charging the super kick into the sweep gimmick.
And yeah, like,
which does seem rather brutal, because the sweep, correct me if I'm wrong, will catch anyone that tries to dodge, right? Dodge to the sides, I should say.
So, yeah.
Because back dodge, at the very least, will get them out of either of the unblockables.
But yeah, Hitokiri used to do that a lot, and then I don't remember how they dealt damage. I think it was just Hitokiri's attacks for whatever reason that like nuke levels of damage for no reason.
Yeah.
So, you know, stuff like that makes sense why they changed it, but I'm surprised that we still have like so much emphasis on the sweep and all that, because that too seemed like something people would complain about. The only character that I actually haven't heard a lot of people complain about is Kyoshin.
I've not heard anything. He seems like kind of more of an advanced character, and as a result, not the sort of one you'd see at the low to mid levels so much.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Kyoshin was kind of bittersweet for me, because I reinstalled For Honor just to try them out. And I got Kyoshin. I played, I don't know, a couple of days. And I was like, wow, it's Black Prior, but as a Ronin. So, like, they just straight up fucking replaced Aramusha. Cool. And I mean, like, because when I saw Kyoshin, I thought that would just be, you know, some outfit.
Yeah.
And then they showed gameplay. But also, like, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, one thing to note that isn't gameplay related is, wow, none of the DLC characters are getting any outfits.
I don't. What do you mean by outfits?
Like gear pieces.
Okay, did they keep adding those over time? Because
they used to. I don't know if they still are, but they used to every season release like here's this new pack or whatever. Even if they didn't, like, I think it was once they went, all right, we're only gonna have like 3 seasons, and that was like Jormungandr and all that. They went, all right, we're gonna add a couple more gear pieces for everyone. And I figured that everyone probably meant DLC characters too, because then it's like, all right, so the base roster characters have 15 different looks, and the DLC characters have 14 different looks, and the season 2 DLC characters have 2.
I see. Okay, so I'm confused then. I'm going to say something probably stupid. Why is it then that when I am customizing Raider and I go to an item and I say, look, go change appearance on this arm piece, there are only 3 cosmetic appearance options?
What rep is Raider?
What'd you say?
What rep is Raider?
1.
That's why. All of the customization stuff.
You unlock more visuals with reps?
Yes, all of the customization options unlock at rep 9 or 10.
Is it like just a singular gate that once you pass through rep 9 or 10 is like boom, here you go? Or is it like, one more at rep 2, one more at rep 3, and then they'll stop unlocking at rep 10?
Well, it's by rep, but it's a thing of like you don't unlock the looks, you unlock the chance of unlocking them. So like you can't get any more arm piece looks than you currently have in rep 1. But if you get to rep 2, then you unlock, I don't know, 2 more, and you might get that as loot for playing the game, and then you can actually put it on the character.
I see. Okay, that's good to know, because I was wondering, like, isn't a big deal of For Honor the fashion that people do with their characters?
Yeah, that's
Only
fine.
3 customizable pieces for each limb seems kind of limited.
And there's also some funny ones, because like, Orochi got 2 new outfits. Kensei got, I want to say also 2 or 3. Nobushi got 1. Shugoki got
Oh, good lord.
Shugoki got 1 as well, I think. Shinobi got 2. Did 3 actually, I think. Aramusha none. Fuck him.
I see. So, that's noticeable. With Shinobi, is Shinobi really that popular? He is definitely one of the most popular DLC characters. I see him a lot, but I mean, I know people just think ninjas are cool, but that's really odd to me, especially because Shinobi, it doesn't have his unique playstyle of being the ranged character anymore.
Yeah. I mean, they changed a lot of shit since then. Like, Reflexive Guard is gone. Do you remember Reflexive Guard?
No, I don't.
Reflexive Guard was an assassin class specific mechanic, wherein if you tried blocking, it would decay. And you had to time the blocks better to make up for the fact that that assassins could have had larger DPS.
What?
Yes.
I do not remember this being a mechanic ever.
It was. It wasn't back when we played it. It still was back when I last played, and that was 3 years ago, something like that.
Okay, explain this to me again. What do you mean by their guard decays?
So, you know how when you point towards a spot on the guard wheel, it highlights that part, and that's where you're blocking.
Oh God! Now I'm remembering.
Yes. So once you point it there,
so your character would just stop blocking after a few seconds. You couldn't hold a stance. Oh, that was dumb. That was so fucking dumb. I remember that now. That was just punishing the player for not flicking the stick at regular intervals. Did I lose internet connection?
No, you're still here.
Oh, okay, I was confused. Yeah, I get that it's supposed to be like, well, it makes them worse on defense to make up for the fact they're supposed to be assassins, but like, it's what part of what's really screwy about them trying to be a MOBA to me is it like it wants to be a fighting game and a MOBA at the same time. Fighting games by nature, everyone has to be equal in a 1v1 fight. Potemkin and Chip Zanoff are very different characters who have very different goals in the match, but at the end of the day, in a 1v1 matchup, they're supposed to be relatively equal. Well, in a MOBA, at the end of the day, if the assassin is up close to the mage, it should absolutely be his match. So this is what part of what gets screwed when they list, oh, this is an assassin type, this is a guardian type, or a vanguard type, this is a heavy type. Like, Peacemaker shouldn't have any more chance of winning a 1v1 than Lawbro, or Raider, or Nabushi.
Oh, this reminds me, I might need to start playing Peacekeeper. Just because, like, I was actually relatively decent with Peacekeeper, and also she has an Ezio Auditore skin.
Yes, she does. And it's very funny because it's a skin that's changing Peacekeeper's gender.
Yeah. We have transfer Ezio in this household.
That's the opposite, actually. That beard text has been glued on all this time. Oh, man.
But yeah. It's all that fucking hell. There's also a thing with the DLC characters. Like, you know, I would like to try out, I don't know, like Pirate. But like, they cost money. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm not touching I know Pink's just saving up his steel for DLC characters. I'm just not touching them because I like executions. I like execution animations. I think they are cool. I just think they're neat.
Some of the characters, it makes sense to save up for that stuff. There's, you know, other cases too. Like Onimusha's best execution, it was the fucking the Assassin's Creed event one, because it was fast.
Yeah.
And
some of the characters, that's definitely a problem with Black Prior, is, oh, so both of his default executions are really fucking slow.
No, they're not.
What do you mean?
Black Prior's one. Black Prior's I think it's on light attack. No, it's on guard break. Whatever. That execution.
The one where he punches their arm off.
Yeah, that's nearly instant. They just need to reach the punch, and they're dead.
Oh well, yeah. The punch is definitely a quick kill, but it's still the recovery is quite some time still. So
oh yeah,
it removes the other player from play very quickly, but it does also still leave you wide open in a team fight.
That is true, but in a team fight you can just usually take the hit and then be just happy that you got one of the enemy out.
You're not wrong about that, but I'd like to have both if possible, because there's like,
yeah, true.
Warlord, his defaults, both of Warlord's default executions are very quick, both to kill and to end the animation and let Warlord get into recovery and allow Warlord to hit buttons again.
Yeah. See, like Onimusha, like the Assassin's Creed event assassination or whatever, the kill, it was the execution. There we go. It had the same properties as the hand punch, and it was Onimusha's best kill.
The punch is delightful, by the way. It's one of the dumbest executions in the game.
Yeah.
How I think I was trying to say this in the middle of a cacophony of us just murdering the shit out of people while we were playing multiplayer with Pink the other day. But it is so nonsensical that Black Prior just punches the guy in the arm and it causes his arm to fall off. Like, what?
Tight shields. They ain't fucking around.
I mean, that's true, but it's not like a really sharpened edged shield.
I mean, that depends on the customization. But yeah, like Onimusha doesn't really have any like And any fast or interesting kills, which that's usually what you want. You want fast or you want interesting. And
Yeah. The longer ones can be good for if it's not a team fight situation for that much health they give you, but other than that,
yeah, and so like Aramusha's kills, the ones they made for him, are just like, I'm gonna spin my blade. I do monkey flip.
yeah.
Fucking what else? I forget what other like. Well, there's the beatdown one, but it's Ramusha has like three fisticuffs ones, but none of them look particularly interesting.
Yeah, but I've noticed with Warden and Warlord, both of them have an odd amount of executions where they just put away their weapons and beat the guy to death with their bare fucking hands.
Yeah. And they're like,
Warlord, I guess it makes sense because he's so big, but why Warden?
Deus Vult.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, like, for all the shit people complain about, there is legitimately a bias towards knights in the game.
Yeah, there is. The Warden in particular gets
Yes.
shitloads of content. He just has more executions. She, whichever, just has more executions than everybody else. Easily.
And like, they added a
And,
second
like,
character that's also just Warden.
They got another character that's just Warden. It's hard to deny, though, that there are a shit ton of synths online.
Yes.
He might be the character I see most commonly online. It's crazy. And, like, I know that the game now comes with him for most people. He's just part of the standard edition. But it's weird to think from, like, 6 or 7 years ago when he was DLC, you know?
Oh, he's still DLC for me.
Oh, God. Okay, on console. Because on PC, he's, like... If you play the free-to-play version, then you just get Warden, Kinsei, and Raider. Or alternatively, you can get, like, the standard edition that slaps on the base Knights, Vikings, and Samurai. I nearly said vampires. Vikings and Samurai, plus their first 2 DLCs. And then there's the extra super duper edition, which will give you all the Chinese dudes, plus Zanu, Hidakiri, Black Prior, and Jorman, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. There's that. Which, come to think of it, while you're talking about Jorman, it did occur to me, I don't think I've ever really tried Jorman in training either. Though a large part of that probably just comes from, I find Jorman really boring.
Yes. Ept.
I don't know why. Hitokiri I like, even though I find Big Axe character really boring. I like Hitokiri at the very least because Hitokiri's a freak with a mask that is just speaking in demonic tongues.
Yeah, see, like, I'm not a big fan of just, character, big weapon, slow. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. Hitokiri is fun because Hitokiri does that and then also does breakdancing on the side. Like,
yeah.
That instantly makes them a lot more interesting than if they were just Shugoki but with different weapon.
Yeah. And Shugo, I said this while we were playing. Shugo is so odd. Why is he the only character in the game that has just terribly slow sprint speed?
Yeah.
I get that it's like, because he's fat. That means he's slow in video game logic. Okay, but why? Game balance wise, what necessitates that this guy has to be slower than everybody else?
They fixed it somewhat. Shugoki now has Shinobi's sprint ability.
Yeah, but it spends stamina really fucking quickly.
Oh yes, it does. But it's better than nothing.
Not really. The way it spends stamina, it's like if Shugo goes for a light jog down the stairs, a flight of about 4 stairs, he's out of breath.
So is Shinobi. Unironically.
Yep. Yeah, but Shinobi has, like, other reasons to do it, like the ability to evade people. Shinobi doesn't have to go into super run just to be able to keep up with everybody else.
I mean, super run has been nerfed super hard, actually. They removed the slide, because people complain, I assume.
Yeah, like, near everything from the initial design philosophy of Shinobi, they have went, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah. Like, instead of the slide, you now have a wheel kick, or whatever, cartwheel. and like I haven't been able to hit it.
Okay, I have a thought that's just occurred to me. What kind of fucking Injustice NRS shit were they on thinking, let's not only add a ranged character, let's also give him the ability to run in such a way that he can avoid all other players. He can avoid attacks. Like, what?
Oh, it was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time. The game still had a future.
I mean, the thing is, this For Honor has proven bizarrely invincible, right?
Yes.
I would have told you that game would have shut down during COVID. And it didn't. It's still here. When did Varangian Guard come out?
I don't know.
I mean, like, one character a year is still certainly not fucking bad for a game this old with this small but dedicated of a player base.
Yeah. And I mean, it got a boost during COVID.
You know, I can see that. Particularly if they did shake out a lot of the goofier little issues like Reflexive Guard by the time of COVID. Which,
Yeah.
did they?
I
there you
wouldn't know. I think they did it during COVID. So like people came in, they complained, and Ubisoft went, yeah, actually, all right, fine.
Yeah, actually, what the hell were we thinking?
Yeah.
This mechanic doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's you know, it's one of those things where like the removal of it is good, but in classic Ubisoft fashion they didn't think about it. So like, all right, Shinobi is now more usable. Orochi is still in the game.
Well, Orochi is Orochi. He's Shinobi Junior in some regards.
And that's the thing though, like Orochi is just flat out better than Shinobi in most cases.
Does Shinobi not have better light spam?
No.
Oh, huh.
No, they removed Shinobi's light spam. Like Shinobi wasn't particularly good at it. Shinobi wasn't particularly good at it to begin with, but then they made it even less possible to do.
Have they just kept making the core characters stronger and nerfing the DLCs?
Maybe.
Because, like, Raider is definitely much stronger now than he was 6 years ago, or she, whichever. Lawbro, big buffs. Warden, I don't remember Warden having as many options that he could cancel into shoulder charge. Like,
Oh, that was
Warden is
before we quit.
disgusting to fight because... Okay, you know, I do remember that, yeah. But, like, it seems like the core characters all got stronger, where Shinobi musha got worse. Highlander is still Highlander. Highlander's one of the ones that they're just not going to touch because whatever. He can be really terrifying in certain contexts, but it requires a lot of skill to use him, so just leave it be, right?
Yeah. I don't know, like Centurion, I would argue got worse just because you know they removed the whatchamacallit, the cutscene, but then his kit, like at least last time I played, they might have changed him since then. But last time I played, that was the only change they made to his kit, and his kit fucking sucks. Otherwise,
I'll say that it has not dulled his popularity, and I'm really just glad that the fucking cutscene is gone. It is definitely quite noticeable that now playing against him is less about trying to figure out where and when the cutscene is coming, so much as it is now about, okay, he's going to be throwing out a lot of unblockables. I got to be ready with my parries and dodges.
yeah, the idea was that they would make him be the Fistikov's character. He would have melee attacks and shit, and then they gave him a kick. That's it.
Yeah.
So you know, nothing actually major that would actually like make him different. than just how he always used to be, but just without the cutscene.
Yeah.
Which is ironic to me, having played both Shinobi and Centurion a lot, and like Centurion needs a new kit after the cutscene. Shinobi could have been toned down without removing all of the things that made him Shinobi. Like the whatchamacallit, the ranged attacks, them being gone, fine, whatever, fair enough. But then they also remove Shinobi's movement otherwise. A lot of it. Like 2/3.
Ugh.
Yeah, because Shinobi used to be able to press dash to get in and out of situations during a combo. That's how you used to do combo. Is you do the roll in or the roll out, and then you'd get a couple of moves off of that, and they were, fairly easily parryable, most of them. And so they removed that, and there's like only now I think a roll out in certain situations, but it's very limited.
I see. So, so far this podcast has been, hey, For Honor, it's neat, and then me going like, I remember this better than I remember, and you're going like, so that's exactly what I remember.
I mean, to me, it's the same old because I don't play any of the fucking the default characters because I think they're all lame for different reasons. I mean, I just don't like the Viking faction, just in general, or the knights. Like I like Lawbro, but not the knights in general.
Yeah.
And like I don't like Lawbro enough to actually main Lawbro.
Yeah.
So for me, it's usually the DLC characters who have been getting toned down a lot to the point where like I guess Varangian Guard is the newest one, but Sohei was the one before them, and like Sohei apparently fucking sucks. According to people, at least.
This is.
Yeah.
It's funny in some sense. Hito's DLC, of course, but otherwise, the way we're just talking. So this DLC character sucks, and this DLC character sucks. It almost makes it sound like it's been talked about before. The theory that game devs intentionally make DLC characters strong to encourage people to buy them. It sounds like For Honor's devs have the opposite philosophy. Like, let's just we'll really get one over on these people. They'll buy the character and then find out, oh no, he sucks ass.
I mean, the thing is, I think the major difference here is that, like, I think Sohei could have been very broken upon release, and I think I'm picking them up in the backlash. So we're currently in the in the part of the game where Sohei just fucking sucks to play, and then eventually Sohei will get buffed so that they can actually be played in a setting that is against people. Instead of now where it's like, all right, so Sohei's heavies. Sohei relies on their heavies. The heavies are easy to parry, have no tracking, and can be sidestepped easily.
Yeah. All right, so has anything happened other than For Honor? Because my memory is that the last couple. Oh, right, Dongwon. Yeah, the curse is broken.
Yes, they chose the right Kim brother. The more interesting one.
Huh. What do you think are the odds though we're gonna still get John Hun?
Pretty good. Like if not base roster, then DLC probably, but like I don't think that they would make Jae-hoon like I don't see people really vying to buy Jae-hoon as DLC.
Yeah. Especially since Dongwon's in there. So it's already like, well, we've already kind of got a Kim kid here. Like, we already know that the first season of DLC is going to be Ryu and Chun.
Ryu, Chun, and Cristiano Ronaldo. all of your favorite Street Fighter characters.
I forgot about Ronaldo. I thought you were talking about Christian the wrestler.
Yes, Christian Cage is coming to KOF over the Fatal Fury.
I mean, at this point, we got footballmen. Why not have wrestlingmen?
Christian has a special fucking intro against Rock Howard. Putting a promo on his dead father.
So, about your dad. Oh man, it is one of is that the best thing to come out of AEW?
Yes. Christian,
it's got to be close.
Like I feel like Christian getting a new run in general was like, Christian's never been like the best wrestler, but Christian is entertaining when he gets a chance.
Yeah.
So like I'm happy that like I don't know why WWE didn't clear him to wrestle. I don't know if there's like actual health reasons, and the AEW just went, fuck it, whatever, you'll die like Danielson. It's what he wants.
Yeah. There's definitely a feeling of that. Paige was the one that was really questionable, right? Because Daniel, it's like, okay, well, maybe the neck fusion surgery really did, a lot of good work. Paige was the one of, well, she still has scoliosis, and I don't think that's fucking changed. I don't think her spine just reassorted itself.
Wait, is scoliosis like a big problem with wrestling?
Oh, it's a rare disease, so it's not like a pandemic, but it is definitely not a disease you would want to have if you were going to be taking a lot of back bumps.
I mean, scoliosis is not just, having like bent spine.
Yeah. It's not supposed to go like that.
I mean, I know, but I have a bent spine.
Yeah, you're not supposed to fall on your back a lot.
Good to know.
Fair warning. That could be really deadly.
Fair warning, become a hardcore wrestler. Wrestle like fucking, I don't know, like Vader.
Well, that's the trick, right? Is there are several wrestlers who did take injuries that meant they couldn't take bumps anymore, but they could blade.
Yeah. Or in the case of Abdullah the Butcher, he could drink paint.
Excuse you, he was drinking paint and huffing glue before he had to medically.
True. But I saw a match. I think it was in like I don't know it. I mean, it might have been All Japan, but it was like a Vader against Abdullah the Butcher hardcore or like that match. It was a death match, and they had a set of ropes going across the ring from one turnbuckle to the one that's like directly across from it. For some reason.
Okay.
And Vader tied up Abdullah the Butcher in the ropes. And two small Japanese men held him down. And Vader went to the back and came out with a can of paint, opened it up, and then forced Abdullah the Butcher to drink it. And that's how he won.
This sounds like... This is simultaneously incredible. I wasn't aware those two ever wrestled to begin with. Each other, I should say. Of course, I'm aware that they individually wrestled. I'm not stupid. But I did not know either of them ever wrestled each other, because they seemed like they would have moved in different circles. Vader was never a hardcore guy. I'm also kind of astounded because... And I know who Vader is. And he was a dumb, sloppy asshole that dumped people on their heads a bunch and was really stiff. Nonetheless, this still seems kind of beneath Vader.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I don't remember for sure that it was Abdullah the Butcher. I know for a fact that it was Vader in the match. So...
Okay. Oh, that only makes it weirder.
Right?
It could have been like Abdullah Kobayashi, but Vader definitely would not have worked in the same company as him.
I don't think it was Abdullah Kobayashi. I remember it being Abdullah the Butcher, but I might be misremembering it. I mean, it might have been some other dude that Vader was fighting completely, but it was Vader doing this. It was one of the worst wrestling matches I've seen, and like I don't mind hardcore wrestling. It can be done good. This just wasn't good.
No, Vader wouldn't be good at it.
And like
at the end of the day,
yeah.
if you're going to do hardcore wrestling, you're going to want someone who has some understanding of at least how you can possibly convey a narrative through it. Yeah. Vader has never been a psychologist. I love Vader. Vader has never been a psychologist. The appeal of Vader is the stiff as shit and believably a big monster that you wouldn't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
He is not a psychologist. That's just not who he is.
And like the match was, I shit you not, the match was 5 minutes. Like
that just makes it better.
But yeah, so like I shit you not, the match was clubbing blows. All right, we do, yeah, from Vader. Then the other guy, fires back after getting back up. We do the usual like heat getting spot where we do a back and forth. It's not quite the usual forearm exchange, but it's basically that, but with different moves.
Yeah.
So we do that for like a minute. I wanna say Vader does a WMD or something similar. Like it's literally just a punch that he does. And then his cronies come out. They tie the guy up in the ropes. Vader leaves, comes back with a paint can, opens it up. This takes him a minute. And then pours the paint down the other guy's throat. And then he's declared the victor of the match.
Was there a submission or was it ref stoppage?
If there was a ref, they were not in the ring.
Okay.
So like I don't know.
That is
like
bizarre.
The only semi-logical explanation I can think of is they were supposed to have like gimmicked paint, and then Vader actually just brought out shoot paint.
I would imagine not, because then that would have been the sort of story that everybody would hear about. Did you hear Vader made a guy drink actual paint?
Yeah.
What color was the paint?
White.
White. Okay, so it's filled with milk.
Yeah. But it wasn't proper milk though. They thickened it with something. But yeah, it was probably just milk. But still, like, that match sucked. Like
yeah.
And like, the context to this, the great context that really sells this whole thing is, I want to look into Japanese deathmatch wrestling because I see a lot of people talk about it online. This was the first match I saw. It was also the last.
Yep, that would not be the place to start. If you're going to watch Japanese death matches, you're going to want Oneida versus Mr. Pogo. That is always the one that I see and I hear of. And most of it has kind of been... Like, when I hear Japanese death matches, it is Oneida versus Terry in the Exploding Ring match, which actually you watched that with me. So
yeah.
Which that one we both saw, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And otherwise, Mr. Pogo lighting Oneida on fire in various contexts. And also in a fire you can kind of gimmick, so I don't mind it so much. One thing I never liked with the Oneida Pogo stuff that I saw was that when Pogo would bring out the sickle, because he just legitimately carved dudes up with it, and it was horrifying.
I mean, this is the point where you get where we found DDT and go, okay, that match. One guy brings out a gun.
Well, DDT, the gimmick with DDT is that nobody gets hurt because it's all stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, one of the things that I still remember about DDT, like, it's one of those things where, like, so I saw the Kazushita, I think, that's his name. Something like that. The Japanese guy from AEW. that was doing the rounds like a
Oh,
couple of months.
Takeshita.
Yeah, Takeshita. I saw him before
Yeah,
he went to AEW. He worked in DDT, and
yeah. He was the legend of DDT for all intents and purposes.
yeah. And so like that's and he I saw him uh basically train a guy in a day to have a match that they actually had on the show. And he was like, all right, let's run down what the guy that he was training was like. All right, let's run down what DDT is about. There's these two gay dudes. That's their gimmick. They try to get the other to touch their ass or something. I don't know. And then the gun.
Okay. Sounds like DDT so far.
Yeah. Then the gun gimmick, of course. And then I forget which other one you talked about. But oh yeah, the fucking the other one was DDT, I think. This was them. If you remember, it says if I'm not mixing the videos up, then DDT ran a thing where they would do a false count anywhere deathmatch, but they would put them into weirder and weirder scenarios. So like one of them was at like a spa. Other deathmatch was at just like an office. The company's offices. Just fight in the office, fight at Titan Towers. And then the last one,
Good lord.
the most recent one, was Love Hotel.
Oh,
And
I love that. That's great.
And it was straight up a gay Love Hotel. And they had the other wrestlers pretend that they're at the Love Hotel, which included two of the guys actually acting like they're fucking on screen.
Oh, good lord. Okay, now that goes too far. I thought it'd be way funnier if it was just dudes fighting through a brothel.
Yeah, no, it was like it was that, but it was like if you if you saw two guys fight through a brothel, but you all know all of the prostitutes that work there.
Oh lord.
Yeah, and like it was one of those things where like the scene. The scene they did was the one that I remember, the one that the guy was like the guy got in, one of them. But yeah, the scene was they're in this dark room, or they're like fighting out of the room currently. They're walking out of the room. They bust in through the wall, if memory serves, to another room, and there's two guys, just standing there, two wrestlers, just standing there. One of them panics, and then proceeds. The other one bends over. And then he proceeds to pull his pants down to make it look like he proceeds to pull his pants down to make it look like his cock is out. And then he just acts like he's fucking the other dude, but the other dude still has pants on, I think.
They just try
Yeah. So and then while this is happening, there's like there's I think like there's a guy, like one of the guys in the match is in a headlock. Like
I see.
Right next to this happening.
Okay, I was thinking like, oh, Booker T versus Stone Cold grocery store brawl.
No, it wasn't that fun. Like it might have other parts might have been that fun, but not the parts that I saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, although like yeah, go ahead.
I think the grocery store brawl is really the ideal you want to go for wrestlers wrestling in locations that are not wrestling rings.
Yes. I mean that the Stone Cold Booker 3 Booker 3. That's a new wrestler. All right. That's why we make Booker into a robot, so he can come back and win the WWE Championship.
They'll finally give it to him now that he's not a black guy.
Yeah. Now that he's all synthetic.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Like people point out the like Rock the Rocket Sock Connection, fucking Super Bowl brawl and shit like that. It's like, big fun hardcore stuff. And like, no, I saw that it wasn't as good as the store.
Yeah.
There was something to the store. Like
The kettle corn bag was fun, but other than that,
yeah. Like hardcore matches are the most fun when it's just here's this stupid bullshit. All right, we'll figure it out. Like I saw a match, it was bad. It was Road Dogg against Al Snow in a hardcore match. They were fighting backstage. There was a woman walking through selling flowers backstage. Road Dogg picks up 2 flower pots, chucks them at Al Snow, who is off screen. Like I think
are ADR in afterwards. Al Snow going ow.
No, he did it live.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, like it was so fucking dumb, and like the match sucked. Don't get me wrong, because it was otherwise boring. But I remember that spot because I went like, "What the fuck? Why?"
Understandably.
And the thing that really, because like I guess you could work this into a gimmick. This was a cold match.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's 2 contexts under which like a hardcore match can work. Either japes or like there's psychology of a feud here, some past relations between these wrestlers. That's really about it.
Yeah, like hardcore matches work when they're the blow off. Or like they're someone's gimmick. If someone's gimmick is I only work hardcore matches, then they might work. If you have other story going on while also doing a hardcore match.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, no. Not really. Just doing cold hardcore matches, no. But I also feel like
absolutely not.
But then I also feel like Extreme Rules as a concept kind of gets close to that. Which do they even still have Extreme Rules the PPV or whatever the fucking dumbass peacock bullshit?
I mean, there's still hardcore matches, of course, though generally speaking, nowadays they're more likely to say no holds barred or have a themed hardcore match. Like, they'll have a Christmas themed hardcore match. Like, of course, the iconic gift was John Cena opening a Christmas gift, and it's a steel chair, which is probably one of the best gifts to ever come out of wrestling.
Yeah.
They like a few years ago, they had Ridge Holland and Sheamus and Pete Dunne fight some team of 3 bad guy goobers in a Donnybrook match where they had a fake Irish bar set up and there were shillelaghs and they whooped each other with that. So it's still like an occasional seasonal event for special episodes they'll do. But I forget. It's mostly nowadays a thing they'll save for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Which, of course, on pay-per-view can get more brutal nowadays because it seems like the guys are a lot more chill with blading now than they used to be.
It's Triple H. He worked with Ric Flair.
Yeah, Hunter liked himself some blading in his time as well. He didn't develop those forehead ridges from nothing.
No, they were from that one time that Tajiri missed at him.
But I knew shit was crazy. So Cody and Brock both bladed quite a bit in the last couple of years. Brock got high on the Muda scale that one time. He bled all over the fucking place. Cody's hair turned red in that match he had with Brock from Brock's blood. Was how bad he bladed that time. Yeah, it was bad. And there's been a couple other times, but the thing that really shocked me when I saw it was only a couple weeks ago on NXT. They had to kayfabe injure Rhea Ripley because she had a real injury. Someone broke her orbital bone. And, but to do it, they had on NXT her get attacked backstage by Raquel and Liv. And Rhea bladed. When's the last time you can recall a chick blading?
Good question. I want to say maybe early Luther's aggression.
Oh, well, that would have to be like Trish, Lita, or Victoria, because there's no way like Stacy
Yeah.
Keibler or Tori Wilson was blading.
Oh yeah. Lita
Tori
bladed.
might have wanted to,
Lita,
but no one would have let her.
yeah. Lita, I think bladed sometime later as well. When she came back from one of her bit roles.
Yeah, I can see Lita being like Trish is the one out of that trio that I just listed. I go like, no, Trish wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Trish could wrestle good, but for a good long while there, Trish was still effectively in the pool of we employ her because she's hot, not for wrestling.
Yeah. And Lita's like in the top 3 Hardy Boys, so.
Yeah. Oh man, that's oh Jesus.
She's better than both fucking. She's better than both Jeff and Essa Hardy.
What'd you call him?
Essa. You know, like Essa Rios?
Essa?
Yeah.
Good luck. Supposedly, Essa Rios is actually fairly well respected south of the border.
Yeah, Essa Rios, supposedly Essa Rios is like actually really fucking good, and like the reason he didn't land in the WWE was 2 things: can speak English, and yeah, apparently Lita was his manager because Lita was a translator for Essa Rios.
She did work down in Mexico for a while. I forgot about that.
But yeah, so he couldn't speak English, and the problems that arose from that while you know planning a match during the match.
Oh.
Because like when there's not a language barrier, then SRUs is supposedly pretty good.
I've never seen a match, believe it or not.
Neither have I.
Man, he's not really one you feel much of a drive to seek out.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, fighting games. So, big news for all two of you. Virtua Fighter is alive!
Oh, that's right! It says a lot that I forgot about it.
Yep.
Oopsie doodles.
I mean, like, I don't think it's controversial to say that the Virtua Fighter is for neither of us, really. Like,
Yeah, we both given it a shot.
Yeah, and like, I like Jackie Bryant as a meme, mostly.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine. Like, Jackie Bryant has the same problem that 90% of the cast, 95, 99, I don't know, you figure it out. The cast has in Virtua Fighter, which is Jackie Bryant has no personality. He's man, he's blonde, he do flip kick. That's his personality, that's it.
Yeah. Virtua Fighter kind of turns into one of those games where if you believe that narrative is an obstacle to fighting games being good, then it would be your sort of jam, you know?
Yeah. Like, but I feel like the state of Virtua Fighter in the past 2 decades kind of signifies that no, porn does need narrative, you know?
Yeah, John Carmack may have been mildly incorrect. Mildly incorrect, excuse me. Whew.
Because, like, you know, people, it's just the order or the nature of things that, like, if you want me to support your product for a prolonged time, then I want to care about the product therein. And, like, the best way to make people care about the product of you know, the product of your characters is to give them a character, generally.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, I could play Virtua Fighter, and, like, the fighting mechanic is Virtua Fighter. I might like that. I might not. I don't know. But generally speaking, like, you know, Virtua Fighter is Virtua Fightering, but, like, alright, why do I buy this over Dead or Alive? When Dead or Alive has Virtua Fighter and then also stage gimmicks.
Yeah, we're kind of summarizing why, in a part of that kind of indicates part of Harada's reason that he won't do Tekken Cross Street Fighter anymore, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, why would I bet? Like, because Tekken Cross Street Fighter existed and it featured a considerable chunk of the Tekken cast, which it probably would, because Tekken rosters tend to be huge. I don't really have much reason to pick up Tekken 8 or 9.
Yeah. I mean, that and also just Tekken 8 having shitty mechanics that don't fit Tekken.
Well, yeah, of course, neither of us are interested in Tekken 8 to begin with. We've been talked about that plenty before.
Yeah.
It's just generally a thing that Tekken, somewhere along the lines of 7, kind of lost both of us.
I mean, that's if you remember last time, we actually looked it up, and that is because like, it's not. I guess it's not a 7 specific issue, but it legitimately is. They changed Harada. He's not a director anymore. He's just a producer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of the narrative getting dumber, which Tekken never had all that brilliant of a narrative to begin with, admittedly, but still, the narrative got dumber. And the excuse me, the addition of the rage mechanic, the doubling down on rage and making it now adding super moves. And here's our new characters, pretty well all of whom are really friggin' lame.
I don't know. Lucky Chloe grew on me.
Yeah.
At least partially because of the fan reaction to her, but also like if memory serves, they patched her. They gave her a new wing code that makes her be more of a little shit gremlin, and like I like that.
Oh man,
Which that's the weirdest fucking thing to patch into a game.
it is. I mean, it makes sense for that character, but nonetheless, that was very strange.
And then yeah, I'm trying to think of like what can we really say about Virtual Fighter? What more can we say about it?
I'm in a space. I'm always good to try it because I can tell that I should like Wolf Hawkfield, Vanessa, and Jeffrey McWild. But like, I don't know, it's just not quite connected yet. Maybe it will. I'm certainly not going to buy Virtua Fighter 6 at fucking launch. I'm not going to pay $60 or $70 for it.
Yeah.
But I tend to come into the possession of most fighting games eventually. So it'll probably happen at some point.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for my part, one of my problems with Virtua Fighter along the lines is just, once again, the characters. Like, alright, I have Jackie Bryant and I have Go. I guess I don't really like Go though. he just plays he just plays like Jin Kazama, so I picked him up very easily.
what my reaction for the Virtua Fighter 6 announcement is?
Yeah.
I'm happy for the Virtua Fighter fans.
Yeah.
They've went a long time without getting a real game because that re-release was not a real game. Like, we all knew it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad for them. I am also simultaneously of the view that Virtua Fighter 5 was a really strong finale if that was going to be the last game. But I understand wanting a sequel to your fighting game, even if the last game was really good. I mean, Last Blade 2 is a really good finale to Last Blade. That doesn't change that if Last Blade 3 was proposed as an idea, you and me would both be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Virtua Fighter, I suppose.
And I guess in smaller news, the one indie fighter that I'm following, Combo Devils, there we go, that's the name. They revealed a new character. It is Boy. He's on skateboard. He has a power glove that can plug Sonic 3 and Knuckles into.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, his super movie is which by the way, is Combo Devils is a Smash clone that has Roman candles.
I see.
That says a lot, I think. The gameplay design. But yeah.
Yeah, I think you could mention that around Pink, and Pink would go, "Oh no!"
Yeah. But yeah, so they showed off already showed off a character. Their Ryu equivalent is just a dog. It is just Fox from Star Fox, yeah, but also Smash. Like it is from
Yeah,
what I saw, just Fox in a headband, and I went, yep, all right, that's my guy.
yeah, that's the Mario may be the one they put on the first options in every the first character select in every Smash game. That does not change the fact that at the end of the day, Fox is the Ryu.
Yeah.
We all know it. That's just the way it is.
But yeah, so yeah.
The core characters are Fox and Marth, and everyone else is a deviation from that in some sense or another. I'm not sure there's how many other fighting games are there where the tippity-toppest tiers are characters who are just kind of medium of the line jack of all trades characters like that?
Good question. I don't know.
Because that's pretty rare. I would think. Because how many of the games is it like? Well, I guess not necessarily. Because like even Marvel 2 Marvel 2 has the Rushdown Zoner Shoto setup in just the Four Kings.
Yeah.
Because Sentinel's Zoner with a tinge of Rushdown, Cable's hard Zoner, Magneto's hard Rushdown, and Storm's kind of the Shoto.
I guess the closest I can think of is Street Fighter 6 currently, just because Akuma. Like Akuma, might not like Akuma isn't the most jack of all trades character of all time in Street Fighter 6. He is very fucking well rounded.
Yes, he is, and the other tippity toppest tiers, JP's not so tippity top tier anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he got hit with a nerf stick quite a bit. Geef's, I think, still floating around the top tier, but after the initial shock of all the buffs he got, which made everybody go, "Oh my God, Zangief S tier," they've kind of simmered back down to, okay, Zangief A tier, maybe bottom of S tier. So is Ken still on top?
That depends. Ken is still on top. Ken and Luke are still on top of whatchamacallit of modern, and classic is Akuma and fucking hell, Ryu.
Ryu?
Yeah, something like that.
That I did not anticipate. Though he got hit, he got buffed up real strong, didn't he, recently?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
But yeah, like
my brain was still going back to shortly after launch, where Ryu was
kind of stinky.
I mean, it's the best Ryu's ever been, but still not good.
I mean, like I say kind of stinky, but that's like in relation to the rest of the cast.
Yeah, that's because Street Fighter 6 Ryu makes Street Fighter 5 Ryu or Street Fighter 4 Ryu look like dried shit.
Yeah.
He has tools and things he can do, but the tools and things he can do are just not as crazy as the other dudes. But having any tools and things he can do is still better than what he had before, which was nothing.
Yes. And so yeah, like although like it is very funny whenever I see Capcom post those usage data things, and I go and I look at it and I'm surprised for last time. I was surprised for a bit because I saw Akuma. I went, all right, yeah, that checks out. And it was Luke, and I went, what happened? And I look up, and it's the top tier or whatever, the top rank for classic is the first three, and modern is the second three. So
I see.
So what happened was modern.
Yeah. That's another wild thing. Didn't even occur to me with how many buffs Geef got, how brutal that would be with modern Geef being a thing that exists.
Yeah. And like people
Really should have been the first thing that occurred to me.
Yeah, and it's also really funny how Akuma's placement turned out, because people memed on about the Mesatsu, with the modern M, and then
Yeah.
modern players don't touch Akuma.
No.
Akuma is too strong. He cannot be perceived within the confines of Smash.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Akuma, for one thing, a big part of why you play Akuma is this massive moveset, which of course the whole thing of modern is one button inputs in exchange for a smaller moveset. So there's that, but also I think the big hit that made people go, oh, nope, this ain't happening, is when they confirmed, yeah, no one button Raging Demon. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That was the death blow to any real amounts of modern Akuma players.
I also liked when they posted that, and it was like, wanna learn how to do Raging Demon in modern?
Fucking infinite.
Fucking learn it, motherfuckers! Like that's all that was missing from the Capcom announcement. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Just shit. But yeah.
Oh Jesus.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. Like it was so funny because I went, okay, yeah, that makes sense why they would do that. But the post itself felt like it was aggressive towards modern players, which I mean, like, same, but you're supposed to be better than this. You know?
Excuse me. Oh man! All right. How close are we getting to Mai?
Good question. I'd say she's probably at least a month out, maybe 2. Like I don't think they might release Mai as a Christmas gift for a gimmick.
What do you think the odds are that her trailer is at Game Awards?
I mean, do we have any other things? Because like it depends. Because SNK does not have the cultural pull that Street Fighter does. So like they could, but at the same time, like, do you expect fucking Jeff Keighley and his people to pop when you show Mai Shiranui?
Oh, absolutely not. They'll put it after one trailer and then right before another. They won't cut back to Jeff Keighley for reaction.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Jeff Keighley does not know, unless if we can get Hideo Kojima to explain the history of the Final Fight series, or excuse me, the Fatal Fury series, then Jeff will blow his load.
Hideo Kojima explains the Fatal Fury series. He's standing on stage. Meanwhile, in the background, there's just a render of Mai Shiranui where they slowly zoom in on her boobs.
This would be the way we could get it in.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like Hideo Kojima would ask for them to zoom in on her boobs. They're quiet, so like.
But it's only for artful purposes, and if you doubt him, then you'll be ashamed of your words and deeds.
Yes.
Fuck off, Kojima. Just be openly fucking horny, okay? Yeah. Asshole. Don't fucking belittle us with your lazy lies.
I don't know why, but this reminded me of this. I recently saw a video of like this old art sale on YouTube, and it was just it was like from the 70s or something like that. It was a call-in art sale where they showed the paintings. Where they showed the paintings and told you who it was, who made it, and like what the subject was and shit like that. They were just regular like art, whatchamacallit, bids. Like that sort of stuff, but it was call-in. So they get to a piece, and the presenter starts laughing a bit, and then they show the piece, and it's suggestive anthropomorphic mice kissing.
Suggestive what kissing?
Anthropomorphic mice.
Oh.
They then showed, I wanna say, 5 others from the same artist, and it was all similar. Like it was like one of them was just called like bedtime or something like that. It was just one mouse is standing outside the bathtub, the other one's in it. That was that was the thing.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
This reminds me of that one webcomic. I forget the name of the guys that do it, but that one webcomic that's the art teacher talking to his students and going, any of you can make anything that's art. It's all, great or whatever, except Jimmy. And it shows the other side of the student, apparently named Jimmy's easel. Jimmy has drawn Goku making out with Superman. He has done the opposite of art.
I mean, here's the thing. Just going by what's like most modern art discussion is based on Duchamp's definition, which there's a reason that Marcel Duchamp is one of my blood rivals. I think I've won the rivalry. Yeah. He's dead, but but regardless. Yeah, so Marcel Duchamp's thing was Dadaism. Everything is art, and also art doesn't have to say anything. Those are his 2 major points. I disagree with both of these different degrees, but still. But yeah, from this birthed the definition of art that art is anything that makes you feel emotions. So I guess fucking anthropomorphic mice kissing is art. Because it makes it is certainly an image to make you feel emotions. I don't know what fucking emotions they are, but they emotions, I guess.
It gives pee-pee hard.
For some people, for sure. Probably the artist. Let's be real here.
Oh yeah. We all know what's up. He's trying to figure out how he can get paid for his fetish. The American dream, in some sense, I suppose.
I mean, if it was more explicit, I would agree. But it genuinely was just it genuinely just was like, the guy was a furry artist before the fandom formed properly, and then also just chose this very weird topic of just 2 white mice kissing, or just 2 white mice living, I guess. Just living together. And it was never particularly explicit, but it was one of those things where it's suggestive enough that you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that the fucking guy sent it in for this art show with full name and shit.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like that, though. They're just open with their fetish. It's a little bit odd, honestly.
I feel like that's gotten more prevalent just because we're fighting game podcast, by the way, but we are.
Yeah, I've been thinking for the last 10 minutes, but thinking I'm not gonna stop him.
But yeah, there is something to be said about society at large falling into the same things as Hellenism, but then there's already societal pushback. So the pendulum swings. It'll never stop.
Oh yeah. We repeat the same lessons over and over again. We think that we are so much smarter than those who came before, and we make the same mistakes they did.
Yeah.
Right, but nonetheless, that's enough about society. Let's talk about fighting games.
Yeah. I'm checking the news.
I think more than anything else, we're in the Game Awards season, because the Game Awards have more or less every year for the last 5 or 6 years, every year had a major fighting game announcement.
Yeah.
So now we're just kind of in this awkward space of nobody really wants to blow their load before the Game Awards, and for the big ones like Capcom and NetherRealm and so on, they're probably waiting on to Game Awards because they'll have something to announce there themselves. I mean, there's a good possibility that Virtua Fighter 6 gets shown at the Game Awards, and some doof just blew the load too early.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if Virtua Fighter 6 gets shown up at the Game Awards, and they make this whole big deal about it, and like Wong Guy goes, "Yeah," in the crowd, and that's it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Which, like, I want to note, like, I'm not trying to wish ill upon Virtua Fighter. I'm just trying to be realistic.
Yeah, I think Virtua Fighter has a big legacy, but I think that honestly, for the kids these days, they don't know it.
Yeah. I mean,
like, everyone who is over 30 is going to go, "Oh, Virtua Fighter," but the Fortnite kids are not going to get it.
They don't care about Akira Yuki.
Maybe if they put if they put Akira and they put Jackie Bryant in Fortnite, then they'll get it. But otherwise,
see, no, they'll put. They should put, I guess, Jeffrey McWild because he actually has a story, and I guess Pai-Chen just because women. Like,
maybe, but I honestly don't see them going for anything other than the iconic dudes that are on the front cover, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, if we were going for who has the most interesting story in Street Fighter, we wouldn't have picked Ryu and Chun-Li, and those are the ones that are in Fortnite.
True.
Like we've said before, by all rights, the protagonist of the Shadaloo storyline should be Guile. It does not change that Ryu is going to be the one on the cover of every game and the one that actually beats Bison in the end.
Yeah.
Guile's kind of just a bitch. Oh no, Charlie's dead again. Damn. Sunglasses.
This is the 4th time this week. I can't believe it.
Yeah. At a certain point, he just wakes up in that stupid coffin and then immediately snaps his own neck just to get it over with.
Yeah.
And somewhere out there, Liu Kang is like, "Same, bro, same."
Yeah. Liu Kang is still having an argument with fucking Ed Boon in the clouds.
Yeah. How did we go from Ed Boon hates Liu Kang so much that he's trying to kill him off and get rid of him to Ed Boon has now made Liu Kang literally God?
Yeah.
That's a weird progression.
I think then that's corporate meddling.
Probably. I mean, we all know by now that if Ed had his way, the next Mortal Kombat would be an entire, like, it would honestly just be next generation, new generation. Okay, it's Scorpion, Sub-Zero, but no one else on the cast is a returning character.
I mean, if Ed Boon had his way, the next Mortal Kombat would be Virtua Fighter 6.
Oh god, we didn't even think about how great of a time he's having.
Yeah. Ed Boon's already shot loads. And the weird thought of Virtua Fighter returning.
Oh, I don't need to think about that anymore.
Although this is really funny. Like, okay, I have to question now, though. Does Harada know? Or did Harada know? Because like, 2 months ago, he was like, "You know what fucking sucks? Virtua Fighter's dead. I wish it wasn't."
Yeah. It seems like every fighting game dev loves Virtua Fighter.
I mean, it has all of your favorites. Man, Jeffrey McWild, actual real wrestler Wolf Hogfield.
At least according to Virtua Pro Wrestling, baby.
Oh no, he existed!
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. As part of the gimmick, so they made some guy actually wrestle as Wolf Hogfield. The same time period in Japan where there are dudes wrestling as Leatherface and Freddy Krueger, by the way.
Ah, nice.
You want to know who was behind those brilliant ideas?
Inoki.
No, Jerry Lawler.
Oh, even better. Yeah, Inoki at least did some stuff good.
Yeah. Well, I guess Lawler really did a good job of getting away with it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Apparently, Ghostface got shown off at some point.
They showed a fatality. I don't think that they showed gameplay, but I could be wrong. I'll actually look it up right now. But I believe they showed a fatality. Well, they might have shown like 10 seconds of gameplay, but it was really difficult to tell what was going on other than that he was summoning other ghost faces. Hang on. Let me see. Yeah, we just have teases, it looks like. Which, let me see. I'll look at the gameplay tease again. Because there is a gameplay tease, and... yeah, he's got... what looks like... he's got what looks like a teleport, which isn't actually a teleport. It's just one ghost face walking out and another ghost face walking in on the other side, which,
Nice.
of course, it's Ghostface.
I was hoping, like, it's one of those things where, like, Ghostface as a character is forever tinted by the Scary Movie for me.
Yeah.
I was hoping his teleport would just be picking up the bottom of his robe and then just fucking on the like, tiptoe running to the other side of the screen. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, he also, of course, has stunt double shit from Johnny in Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11, where he calls in Ms. Dow, or in this Ghostface Dow?
Ghost Dow.
Ms. Face?
Yes! That's the one.
This looks like a command grab, though it's difficult to say, because you can never tell what's a hit grab in an NRS game just from visuals.
Yeah. So,
kind of pretty well what we were probably all anticipating for Ghostface, that he's going to be a character who is somewhat rushdown-y with using the stunt doubles, the other ghost faces, to punish players that are trying to run away to the other side of the screen.
I forget, did they bring back Harakiris in this game?
No, they brought animalities were the extra fatality type this time. Maybe Mortal Kombat 12, though. Then again, as I've said before, Harakiris, I can't see them. I think there'd just be too many people nowadays who'll be bothered by the idea of a suicide button.
But imagine if Ghostface's Harakiri was you running up the stairs and throwing Grandma at him to die.
I mean, if we want to start talking about Harakiri, well, here's another thing. Harakiri's on most of the licensed characters would be a problem, right?
Yeah.
Because Homelander there, as much as The Boys makes so much money for Amazon, it's surprising enough they're willing to let Homelander be in the game and get murdered a bunch at all, let alone let him do Harakiris.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Conan or the T-1000 killing themselves in some way?
I don't know why. When you said Conan, my mind didn't go to the Barbarian, it went to O'Brien.
Oh, that... So here's the thing.
Yeah.
That Injustice 1 did get like a guest spot on Conan, where the devs did make a joke remodel of Superman, where he was replaced with Conan in game. So we do have one dev-only copy of an NRS fighting game where one of the playable characters is indeed Conan O'Brien.
Oh, shit. So what you're saying is it's not impossible.
No, that model's probably still in the NRS databases somewhere.
Yeah, you just retouch it a bit and it's fine.
Oh shit.
But then who would they replace with Conan in that version? Or did they just make him a skin for someone?
Well, he was just the skin for Superman. For Mortal Kombat 1,
I
I feel like Havoc just for the stretchy legs.
yeah, Havoc would be fun. I feel like putting him just to be a skin over Barbarian Conan would be funny.
That would also be good, yes.
I'm trying to think of like who would be the funniest people that they could put Conan O'Brien over.
Well, Melina.
Yeah, Melina. Hmm.
Reptile just for Conan turning into a horrible giant lizard person.
Oh, you've been confirming the news.
Oh yeah, that. Good lord. Oh shit.
I feel like Quan Chi could also work.
He's a fucking dark sorcerer now?
Yeah. Yes, he's a late night show. That's actually funny.
Oh god. That's pretty dark sorcery, I gotta admit. Oh,
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Oh, yeah, fighting games.
Yeah.
What are you hoping for to see at the Game Awards?
I mean, realistically or just in general?
Both, yeah, both.
All right. I mean, in general, I am always hoping for Basara Cross 2. It will never happen. The day it happens, I think like the day Basara Cross happens is probably the day Capcom goes bankrupt. Like the game will release on the day that Capcom goes bankrupt. but otherwise, it's hard to say because you know, a lot of the game series that I like have either gotten new game recently or are getting supported. Because like Street Fighter 6, you know, it's good, it's here, it's getting support. We're waiting for characters because they take 5 fucking years to make because they're currently modeling Mashiranui's eyelids. But
yeah. And people are gonna blow their load for those fucking eyelids when they see him. Good lord.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be absurd. I just had the other day was chatting with Pink about this because Pink blundered into a call I was in with Mike after Mike had wandered off and I forgot that I was in the call and Pink just showed up and scared the shit out of me. And I was saying, we were saying, holy shit, it is going to change some people's lives when that character releases.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of numbers that will be done for KOF and Fatal Fury as franchises by Street Fighter 6 and spawned just obsession is going to be nuts.
The gooning will reach a new heights.
Yeah. Like, people are not ready.
Especially if they put in Mai's Maximum Impact second outfit.
Oh god, yeah. I'm forgetting. Street Fighter 5 famously, Chun-Li got the lion's share of the costumes. But were any of the DLC characters really bad about getting shitloads of costumes as well?
Cammy.
Cameo's not DLC.
Oh, then let me
She was
think.
there at launch.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't there at launch. Oh,
Yeah, understandably. Did Ibuki get a bunch?
uh, that depends on who you compare her to. Oh, fucking Corin.
You mean Karin?
Yeah, no, not Corin. Gil's assistant woman.
Oh, Colleen. Yeah, she got a lot. I don't remember her having that many.
She didn't have many interesting ones. She had like 5 swimsuit ones, and then like 2 actual alternate outfits.
I kind of do remember her having an automatic swimsuits. Yeah.
So like, that depends. Do you mean quality ones? No. Do you mean quantity? Yes. Comparatively, a lot, at least. When you consider Dalsim had 1, Akuma had 2, and both of them stunk. Fucking.
Ken also had 1. I could never figure that out.
Ken had 3.
It took him forever to get them, though.
Yeah, Ken had 3 alternate outfits. He had Dante, he had Retalos armor or whatever the fuck, and he had fucking Angry Joe.
And like that never made sense to me. Dalsim, I get it. His model needs to stretch, so that makes it really awkward to make costumes for him. Why were Akuma and Ken so much problems?
I don't know.
And it's not like either of them aren't popular enough.
Yeah.
Like, think about the goober losers in Street Fighter V that no one played that got loads of costumes.
Yeah, I mean, fucking Nakali had a werewolf costume that had more thought put into it than the entire character of Ken.
Yeah, that's one of the best it was one of the best costumes in the game. Oh, that was just so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, let's see. I mean, of course, as off the wall stuff, I'm kind of surprised you didn't say like Guilty Gear Xrd, Rev 3.
It's not happening. Guilty Gear Xrd, like Daisuke might have went along with it because he did say that he wants to do something with Xrd. That got X that got X the second Stripe did numbers and the new guy changed things.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a very realistic possibility. But I was kind of figuring, like, as long as we were in the realm of stuff that's not realistic, as you were saying earlier, with Sengoku Basara.
That is true, but see, like, Sengoku Basara is not realistic because I don't think Capcom and Arxis are interested in making it. Strive is unrealistic because there is no amount of, like, there's no amount of fucking office politics that I can think of where Daisuke could go. I want to make a new fighting game that will sell bad, but will be good.
Yeah. Though I think that for every bit that Strive got in some degree popularity because pretty graphics and simplified gameplay, I think that people really underestimate just how much of an influence Dragon Ball had on Guilty Gear's increased sales.
Yes. If anything,
Dragon Ball was a smash fucking hit.
Hell, if anything, in many ways, the simplified gameplay is actually holding Strive back. Like, I've seen people online go, "Yo, I started with Strive, and like it was really fun, but I grew past it, and now I can't enjoy it."
Yeah, I think that well, I mean, to a certain degree, we're seeing already that Strive is getting more and more and more negativity. Though part of that just comes from the nature of, well, it's one of the really popular fighting games. The really popular fighting games see a lot of negativity because, for one thing, they're more popular and played by more people that are going to be not good at them, but also because, generally speaking, the smaller your fighting game community is, the more protective they tend to be of their game, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that part of it is probably also down to the fact that Guilty Gear Strive seems like it would be somewhat lacking in long-term potential.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say because I don't like Strive, so I don't really get the magic of it that it would have for a lot of people to begin with.
Yeah, and like also there's some like not simplification related problems, because like the lobby system. The
Yeah,
sentence kind of ends there,
that's an
but
Arxis problem, though.
yes.
That's not a Guilty Gear problem. That's an Arxis.
But yeah, like the lobby
And
system,
I don't
I've seen
see them
people.
ever giving that shit up at this point.
So yeah, like the lobby system, I've seen people complain about. The lack of depth at long term play, I've seen people complain about, which like, you know, it wasn't like it wasn't like me that I go, wow, this game has no depth, it fucking sucks, I don't want to play it. It was people going, I enjoyed this game a lot, and then I learned the characters, and it turned out there was not much more to learn, and I was fine with it at first, and because the game was fun, and then it stopped being fun, and now it's just boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that some degree of that was bound to happen with the more simplified games.
Yeah.
And I think Strive can kind of avoid it by continually releasing characters, which they have so far. But it is part of the question of partly what will be Strive's legacy when it's over, and how much success can they get out of doing a Guilty Gear Strive 2, which is almost certainly what Arxis wants to do in like 3 or 4 years at least.
Yeah.
Or at max, I should say.
And
We're
then,
in for an interesting couple of years ahead, I feel.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like what other like unrealistic stuff there is that I can think of that I would pop heavy for. But I mean, it's stuff where like, you know, whether it happens or not doesn't really affect me all that much. Cause like, you know, I would like a Soul Eater fighting game that isn't Battle Resonance, because Battle Resonance, as much as I like it, is very much a licensed game from the 2000s.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, there's some interesting bits to it, but you can tell that there wasn't that much care given to it.
Yeah.
But also, like, Soul Eater is not popular. it got a surge in popularity for some reason a couple of years back, but like, yeah, no, maybe if something happens, like I've seen, so I see Soul Eater being popular in the weirdest fucking sense too online, because it's like I don't see people talk about Soul Eater usually, and then I will come across like, you know, 5 different people in a month say they should add Soul Eater to fucking Kingdom Hearts because apparently Square owns the rights. And I go like, okay, I mean, yeah, I might enjoy it, but like, not really. They don't need to.
Yeah.
Like, if tomorrow Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer releases and it has fucking Soul Eater, I'm asking why first.
Yeah.
And like, I enjoy both of these IPs, but it's such a weird combination.
It sounds like, yes.
And then, yeah, you know, otherwise, like, I don't know what like old fighting games there are that I would like. Cause like Let's Blade 2 is finished. I don't see them really revisiting Let's Blade. Samsho is there to be a refuge for all like 3 Let's Blade characters that they want to touch at this point. Otherwise, like, you know, I just don't see them putting in, like, I don't see with the current climate in game development, I don't see them having the money to put in some of the things that made Let's Blade 2 as good as it is. Like, I just don't see them bothering with the fucking groove system anymore.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that it's one of those things that, unfortunately, as cool as you and I think the groove system is, I think the groove system is one of those definitive things that when players looked at it, they went, "Oh no, this sounds complicated. I'm out." Right?
Yeah.
And it's really not complicated, but people are dumb.
Yes.
And easily frightened.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah. Anyways,
person who is definitely listening to this podcast.
Yeah. He can't. He doesn't have time for that. He's got to organize his porn collection.
True. All 15 petabytes of it.
Oh yeah.
And all of them are white and morphic mice kissing. Anyway.
Excuse you, rats, prick. He doesn't. It's no mice in his house. What kind of show do you think he's running?
But yeah, for realistic ones, like, I mean, I feel like we'll probably see more footage of the cyberpunk woman, which I okay. The thing I'm about to say is very in character, but I feel like Strive teaming up with fucking cyberpunk edge runners is very in character.
Yeah. I mean, it's very cool for the people who are really into that. It's not you or me, but it's cool for them.
Yeah. But yeah, like cyberpunk woman, I think they'll get shown off at the Game Awards, I would assume.
Probably. Now they've got Dizzy out of the way.
Yeah.
A filthy original character.
And then, like, I don't know what else Guilty Gear could do. Because I don't think they would announce the next season, because the last season isn't even over. So that Mortal Kombat are still in the process of rolling people out. I would assume Ghostface will get shown off at the Game Awards.
Unless he already releases, in which case they'll probably show off either T1000 or Conan.
Yeah. Tekken will show off their collaboration with fucking Pepsi to include Pepsi Man, but only as an avatar customization.
Oh god, avatar customization as trailers. Don't give Capcom any ideas.
What do you mean? Darkstalkers is back?
Yeah! That was one of the crazier things this year. It revealed that, no, actually, Darkstalkers was back for a minute.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just got quietly shit canned.
I forget, wasn't it canned because of Ono?
I don't remember who was blamed for it. All I remember was the director of Street Fighter 6 saying, I got brought on to work on the Darkstalkers sequel, which never came to be.
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't even say that. He got brought on to work on a game, parenthesis, bat.
Yeah. But I think I remember now. I think what happened was, if memory serves, what he said was something along the lines of, Ono tried to keep the project going, and literally everyone else in upper management didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love Darkstalkers. I don't expect that a Darkstalkers game would succeed unless they're able to lean into it real good and also probably make Morgan really horny.
Yeah. Make her fucking Spider-Man canon. Somehow.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that.
But you know the horny people would go for it.
No one should go for that.
Yeah.
Like, ordinarily, I'm glad about fan jokes that make people remember that Marvel vs. Capcom exists. I was not happy with that one. We have enough of Pete and MJ cheating on each other in the comics. I'm good.
It's fine, it happens after one more day.
That only makes it worse. That does not make it fine. Are you crazy?
Mephisto is in the room.
Only the devil would say that that is fine, so that does make sense.
Anyway.
Good lord.
Yeah, I don't see Darkstalkers happening not after the fucking battle pass.
No, I don't. I don't either. The time has now passed where the youngins, what youngins are aware of Darkstalkers, either are aware of it because they're big fighting game fans, or they're aware of it because of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Like, the only way a Darkstalkers game could happen now is if they don't bother with building on the previous license and treat it as if it's a new franchise.
Yeah.
With that said,
and then like I'm trying to think about like once again, you know, like Uni. Okay, yeah, Uni might show off a character, but they just do that every couple of months.
yeah, I wouldn't see them doing it at the TGAs. I wouldn't see them being able to afford a TGA spot.
True. Like I'm trying to think of like what would be what would something plausible that would still be out of left field, because that's generally what you want out of stuff like this.
Not saying either of us would be excited for it, but if they announced Injustice 3, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All characters are replaced with racist Superman.
That is about what I would anticipate, yes. I halfway wonder if part of the reason Injustice 3 never happened is because DC was like, yeah, we don't really want to do evil Superman anymore. It hasn't worked for your games. It doesn't have work for Snyder. We'd kind of like to go back to good Superman. And so Boom's like, okay, we won't make an Injustice 3 then. And he jumped up on the desk and he pulled down his pants and he had underwear on. There was the Superman logo, but it was covered in shit.
Okay, but imagine evil Batman. And then
Ed, that won't work either, Ed.
Evil Wonder Woman?
Okay, no. Do you have any more interesting ideas, Ed?
Evil Zatanna.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
Get them printers rolling, boys.
I don't know enough like Z tier fucking DC heroes to pull out of my ass for Ed to suggest.
Evil Aztec.
Evil Plastic Man. That would be fucking horrifying.
Oh god, evil Plastic Man would be unstoppable. Good lord.
Okay. I know that my previous 15 suggestions of evil superheroes did not reach an audience. But imagine this. Evil Booster Gold.
So the great thing is there's like 2 or 3 times in history that it's been suspected that Booster Gold was evil, but it instead turned out to be Skids was evil.
And Booster's just too fucking dumb. Which, I mean, that checks out.
Like, Booster Gold's like, who framed me? I have to investigate. And Skids was just following him the whole time. And eventually, Skids, it was you! Beep, beep.
That's great. I love Booster Gold. He should be in more things.
I had to kill the children.
Robot supremacy.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of what major franchise. I mean, DOA 7. They announced DOA 7, and everyone goes, huh?
So the thing is, if they did a DOA 7, right?
Yeah.
Part of the deal would have to be, okay, we tried to make a DOA that wasn't for Coomers, and it failed. What is the natural lesson we learn from this?
More booba. No,
Exactly.
no. We have begun applying the or revolutionary jiggle physics from the women's breasts to the men's penis. So now every sexuality can be Coomers for DOA, and then they just leave.
So that I think that would be definitely interesting. Just turbo horny
Yeah.
in every direction. Like Bass, his pecs are just exploding out of every. Like Bass has like 30 costumes because it's DOA. Everyone does. But like Bass's costumes really only last for about 2 seconds. Anytime he successfully gets a command grab, his pecs explode outwards, and if he's wearing any clothing off of them, the clothes just explode.
Yeah. I forget the name of the guy, the sunglasses black dude.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. His default outfit has been replaced with an outfit paying homage to MC Hammer in Pump in the Trunk.
Yep, we have to go deeper.
Which, like, do you know what MC Hammer wears in that?
No, I don't. I didn't want to interrupt the bit though by asking.
Okay, so MC Hammer's outfit in that music video is a speedo that is so tight that I'm fairly certain of the size of MC Hammer's penis. Like I think I know how big his dick is, and it doesn't help that his entire choreography in that video is gyrating, and they do close-ups and shit.
I see.
So like just do that with Zach.
I can figure it out. Okay. So here's what we do.
Yeah.
Ryu Hayabusa is here. He's got the ninja mask on and nothing else.
Nice. we spent 3 months programming it, but the higher combo you get with Ryu Hayabusa, the harder he gets.
That's fucked up.
Shit.
All right.
We licensed out the fucking the horse balls physics from Rockstar just to make Ryu Hayabusa work.
It'll actually detect the temperature and the time of day to
Yeah.
determine how big Ryu Hayabusa's balls should be.
Not big, but how saggy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, excuse me. Excuse. Oh god. Oh man. Like how further stupid? Like, do the Virtual Fighter devs like go? Like, we can't be involved with this, or do they go, fuck it, why not?
I don't know, but my Shiranui remains on the roster.
Oh god. I feel like Street Fighter would say, hey, you can't do that. How are we supposed to sell costumes if she's just naked in that game?
Yeah. Now that's
Jackie.
Yeah.
If Jackie Bryant's combo gets too good, the flash kick is no longer done with his foot.
Oh no. It has more invincibility frames. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Okay, actually, I just realized. Okay, you know what I want? One that's not likely to happen though.
What's that?
New Bloody Roar.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, I think I think on some level, the thing with Virtua Fighter 6 getting announced was a small part of me kind of just went, oh, thank God Tekken's not going to be the only 3D fighter in existence. Because with DOA and Soul Calibur out of the game, that was a little bit worrying.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, both you and Harada said that at the same time. Somehow.
Yeah. Finally a challenge. Like, Harada was doing the fucking Zod at the Superman 2. I win. I always win.
But yeah, like new Bloody Roar would be fucking awesome. It's Konami.
With Konami being like, hey, we're bringing back Metal Gear. Hey, we're bringing back Silent Hill. Hey, well, we're not really bringing back Castlevania, but we'll let Vampire Survivors take over.
Which is really funny considering Vampire Survivors, the original version, had Castlevania sprites.
Oh, yeah.
It all goes
you
full
can
circle.
have Simon Belmont right next to rip-off Simon Belmont. It's crazy.
But no, I mean, like, just straight up, the player characters were like, handmade, I think. But originally, the world sprites and all of the minis and everything was ripped from Castlevania.
Yeah, you can still switch to those sprites.
Ah.
They're no longer the defaults. You have to unlock them, but you can switch to them.
It's a wonder that game didn't get into trouble for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we all viewed it as like kind of implicit permission when the Contra crossover happened, of course, but otherwise, like, that it survived long enough to get the Contra and Castlevania crossovers.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where, like, Bloody Roar would be nice, but Bloody Roar is not a Konami game. Konami just owns it, is the problem. Because, like, Metal Gear, Contra, fucking Silent Hill, all of those were made in-house. Bloody Roar was a Hudson Soft game.
It's not unheard of, though, because the first two KIs, of course, were not Microsoft.
But but Microsoft is not Konami. Is the problem.
Well, yes, Konami is dumb as rocks, but I don't think it's too necessarily beyond the pale. The greater issue is whether or not they want to take the risk on a less established franchise than Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Contra, like they have already,
Yeah.
Because those are names. Bloody Roar definitely has a rather sizable, dedicated fan base. But the Fortnuts, though,
Yeah.
The kiddies.
I mean, like, the thing here, as always, is that, like, I may not approve of this whatchamacallit. This manner of advertising shit, but if it's the only way I can get something that I want, then forever, fuck it, I'll put up with it, But, like, they can just lean into the furry angle.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if they really want to...
Like, that would be the way to do it, 100%, is you lean into the furry angle, you will have an audience.
Yeah, like, and I don't mean just, just go, okay, yeah, if our gimmick is that our characters are animals. No, lean into the full-on fucking fetishization, there we go, angle of it. Because, like, furry isn't a fetish, necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, arguably...
For a game that... It already is a game that just lets you be an animal person.
Yes. And so like, and I mean, there was even some things that you might consider sus, because like you have a character, I think you might actually like her just because of how stupid she looks as an animal, but, if you ever get to play Bloody Roar together. But, there's a character who was supposed to be a sexy nurse. She's also a bunny.
Oh.
And, like, she's normal sexy nurse usually, and then she turns into a bunny, but then, I want to say 3 or 4 made it so she still has the nurse outfit on Val as a Vala bunny, and they didn't make her a sexy bunny because that wasn't a concept that they thought about at the time.
No.
But, like, I could 100% see them leading to the concept nowadays, and then get money from that, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess one problem holding Bloody Roar back in that sense is that like Bloody Roar's character designs in the past have all been fun or cool. They didn't really go for sex cells outside of the bunny girl, I guess, and even her was like, it was.
There'd be a new generation of characters if they
True.
made another game.
I mean, there always were. Fucking Kronos never came back. He's only in one game, which is a shame because the rule of time being a penguin is great.
That is pretty cool.
And then, like, I'm trying to think, but like, a lot of characters, like, Bloody Roar very fast went through the problem that some modern sequels are having, where it's like, all right, core cast, it's all of the characters from the first game and like 2 newcomers, and that made it like, with some characters that was even fucking weirder, cause like in the first game, so the main character Hugo, he has an adoptive son. Well, we couldn't figure out a way for him to fight his adoptive son, because why would they? They're family.
Yeah.
So instead, there's a character that is the same character as his adoptive son, but a robot. And like you can't tell that he's a robot normally, but his adoptive son's animal form is a mole, and the robot's form is a mole mech.
Animal form, a robot. What?
Yes. See, because Bloody Roar's story is about what if what if Umbrella made furries instead of zombies? You get some Umbrella monsters as well. They're usually the bosses.
I see.
But yeah, so like, that character existed. And then in the later games, like I want to say, starting with 3, they brought both of them back, but now they're separate characters.
I see.
And yeah, it just gets into the thing of like, alright, there's this cool character, he's in one game. Molmec, who's an Echo Fire, he's in every game. He needs to be.
What?
Yeah. Like you have like an Indian wrestler guy named Ganesh. He turns into an elephant.
Of course.
Like he was cool. He's only in the GameCube version of 3.
What?
Yeah.
Console exclusive characters?
Oh no, so what happened was they made 3 for the PS2. And then, that sold somewhat, I guess, but then they ported the game to GameCube, and it was titled completely differently. It wasn't 3, it was Primal Fury or something like that. And Primal Fury had changed out some of the characters to other characters, most of them new. And also changed the final boss of the game and all that.
Yeah.
And then they released Primal Fury on Xbox as well, and I forget what they changed there. But it was like a couple of years between those. They never really released 4 for anything aside from PS2, which, I mean, 4 killed the series, so like, yeah.
I see.
But yeah, Bloody Roar would be cool. The only problem that I can see is Bloody Roar has always been a 3D fighter. Do you reckon that Konami would both have the money and want to put the money toward having high fidelity 3D models of these characters? 2 of them for each character.
Yeah, especially with how they'd have to be detailed animal models with like fur and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So, I mean, it's something that's not impossible, but yeah, it's rather unlikely.
Yes. But the most unlikely thing that will not happen, I know for sure, is a licensed anime game that is not bad.
Well, I forget. How's Hunter Nin Nin looking?
Uh, kind of up in the air.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I thought I heard some people liked it and other people said it looked like it was going to be shit.
Yeah, it's kind of that. It's the gameplay is fun. Uh, everything else kind of looks, like mediocre to decent, maybe.
I think I remember hearing a lot of it was kind of like, it's looking kind of Kosoge-y. Like,
Yes.
well, if it's bad, it'll be fun bad.
Yes, that's pretty much what I've heard as well.
Okay. Makes sense, really.
But yeah, like you know, we're not getting a new Capcom JoJo fighting game,
No, absolutely not.
and like we're not, I say that like fucking All-Star Battle Roar is really good, all things considered, but it's still not there for the future. It just takes a lot of notes.
Yeah.
And then like other IPs, I mean, what other IPs are there that could really use a good fighting game? Like One Piece. I mean, I feel like One Piece works better as a Dynasty Warriors game.
One Piece can't work as a fighting game because some of the most important characters in One Piece that people would expect to see in a fighting game are Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard. All of whom, like, Whitebeard's the tiniest out of those, and he's still like 40 feet tall.
Ah.
Kaido's got to be like fucking 50 feet tall, and Big Mom's got to be like 60 feet tall. They would not be able to fit on the screen.
Nice.
They would make Kasaraghetto look small.
Yeah.
And people would see a One Piece fighting game with no Whitebeard, no Big Mom, no Kaido, and go, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then, like, for other IPs, like, alright, Naruto is not getting a traditional fighting game. It's just not. Like, it's had like 30 years to do it. It's not gonna get it.
No, it is solidly in the arena fighter Prince money category. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And Bleach had something akin to Budokai on the PSP, but only on the PSP. And everywhere else, they go, alright, Tenkaichi time. And it's never good.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Bleach.
I mean, apparently I've watched 2/3 of Bleach, something like that. So like, I should know Bleach, but like, do I?
Nah.
Because like after I stopped watching, so the main character, the main guy, he has orange hair. He has no power up. Well, okay. As far as I watched, he didn't have a power up that changed his hair at all. He just had orange hair.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and then like I saw a guy paint him like a later form, I guess. Like they call it a form that I know, and it didn't look anything like what they painted. But apparently this short, spiky, orange-haired guy became a long, black-haired guy. Who also looks anorexic compared to what he used to look like, at least.
I see. Well, that could just be art style change, in fairness.
Yeah, I mean, him looking skinny, yeah. Him having long black hair, that's weird.
Yeah. I have to assume that if that isn't an alternate form, then that is just that the character actually changed his hair in story for some reason.
Yeah, I assume it's like Bleach is well, at least as I saw, Bleach was a lot like very interested in the idea of like taking power from the inner self and like figuring oneself out and gaining power through that and shit. So like it might just be that he's really fucking depressed, and that somehow makes him more powerful. I don't know, but the Persona 3 way.
Isn't taking power from the inner self how all anime works?
Not really. It depends, but like usually it's taking power from friends. Which like like
don't
most
friends make the inner self stronger?
No, it's literally friends. Your friends being there and supporting you is what giving you power. It's fucking funneling power into you. If your friends are removed from the equation, you fucking die.
Also, isn't a lot of them like divine bloodlines?
Yes.
Okay. Your parents better be someone important or else you don't matter.
Actually, the Bleach has that to a funny extent as well, because there's 3 bloodlines introduced at the start, and I guess they introduced like 2 others later on that I heard about. And you know, you have a group made up of like 5 people. 3 of them are in these bloodlines, or no, 2 of them are in these bloodlines, and neither of them are the protagonist. And apparently, in the later arcs that I didn't see and didn't read, later in those, it's revealed that the protagonists have everything.
Yep, there you go. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a storyline where it's not about being of a divine bloodline, but actually it is.
Yeah.
Naruto is the nobody that everyone in town hates. Oh wait, he's actually like the most importantest bloodlinist ever. Super destined.
Yeah.
The most destined a boy has ever been destined.
Here's the thing, though. Like, he is super destined, but that's not because of his bloodline. Because the bloodline bullshit is not tied to his actual bloodline. It's just tied to the samsara, the idea of reincarnation.
There you go.
His divine bloodline is being born at the right time in the right place, literally.
Yep.
And like, otherwise, the members of his bloodline are all fucking losers who died.
Well, his dad was Hokage.
Well, yeah, his dad mattered, but he wasn't like like his dad was actually the character that we wanted Naruto to be. The pull yourself up from the bootstraps sort of guy. And then his mom was like a member of like, his mom's bloodline, the Uzumaki bloodline's most defining feature is they have big chakra. They're also fucking dead, all of them.
I see.
And so that's basically it. That's all of the big bloodline bullshit in Naruto. Like the bigger bloodline bullshit in Naruto is the Uchiha, where they're confirmed eventually that like being born into this family just makes it so you eventually become a school shooter. We don't know why.
That's even more concerning than having a bloodline that makes you a hero.
Right?
In terms of, oh no, is this racist?
Yeah. But yeah, like the later parts are literally just vindicating the second Hokage in going, we should just massacre all of the Uchiha. They deserve it. They're literally genetically predisposed to wanting to kill everyone. and then the story is like, yeah, but Sasuke though. And then
God, this reminds me of so much of what I fucking hate about the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones.
You know, there's a good reason that I usually only talk about Naruto to shit on it. It deserves it. There's not many great things to praise about it. Even as someone who like, I have nostalgia for Naruto, I will not mince words and pretend that it's better than it is.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah. Anyway, like, what other big IPs even that are there that they could turn into fighting games?
Oh boy, outside of anime?
I mean, I figured we'd keep it inside of anime for now, but we could go outside of it too. Because like I can think of any other animes like Chainsaw Man, maybe. I mean, it's big right now. I don't know anything about it, so like I don't know if it would be a good fit.
Yeah, I know literally nothing about Chainsaw Man other than it's about horny men that just chainsaws for hands.
All I know about Chainsaw Man is that one of the Japanese musicians I listened to made the theme song. So,
okay.
The theme song is good. I don't know about the show, but the song is good.
Well, they can't do Attack on Titan because Attack on Titan does turn into humans fighting humans at some point, but like maybe they'd make a fighting game of the Titans fighting each other, but probably not.
The Attack on Titan game would be the spiritual successor to Akatsuki Blitzkampf.
Kind of, yeah. There gets to be a point in that story where the hero does some really fucked up shit, and the rest of the heroes go like, "Well, we liked him, but he has to die now."
And then the show or the series has 3 different endings because people kept complaining, and they made it worse every time somehow.
Yeah, I don't remember what issue people really took with the ending. It sounded fine to me.
I don't even remember what the ending was supposed to be. I literally just remember people who read Attack on Titan going, "The ending's out, it's fine." And then apparently some like group of people complain about it, and it was like, "All right, new ending is out. It's worse." And then the people complain about that too, apparently. And then it's like, "Oh shit, they made a third ending. It fucking sucks." And then they left it at that.
Yeah, I remember I read up when the manga's ending happened, and so I was like, well, some people might not be happy with the fact that the main character fully goes into being the villain of the series, but they're setting that up from literally the first fucking like story, the very first episodes of the anime and first fucking chapters of the manga are making it clear this guy is going to be a problem. He is sympathetic now, but once he gets power, he is going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like people have talked before, Hunter x Hunter supposedly is some degree of like deconstruction of the idea that being an hot-blooded anime protagonist automatically makes you morally righteous. Like Attack on Titan is this hot-blooded anime protagonist is worse than any of the villains could actually be.
I mean, the thing with these deconstructions, usually, my thing with them is that usually when I see people discuss deconstructions, this is a deconstruction because I like it.
Yep.
And like otherwise, it's just literally any other show in the genre.
Yep. Yep.
So I would like for you to formally recognize that Soul Eater is officially a deconstruction of the shonen genre. It does fucking nothing to question the shonen cliches, but you know, fuck that.
It's a deconstruction of thing I don't like.
Yes, Soul Eater is a deconstruction of
Soul Eater is a deconstruction of Jerry Lawler.
I was gonna say Soul Eater is a deconstruction of Germany because they use German words a lot, but like
Germany is a deconstruction of Germany.
yeah.
Oh boy.
So it's a reconstruction of the idea that you can have actually pretty good like black representation in a show and also still have racist caricatures in the same show.
Ah! Of course.
I mean, here's the thing with Soul Eater, with that stuff with Soul Eater, the actual like recurring black characters are good. And then there's this one scene where they have a band playing, and some of the band members are black, and it's just it is minstrel show bullshit.
Oh man!
And those guys are only in that one scene, so they're not racist for long, but they're still racist.
They're not racist for long.
Yeah. But yeah,
holy Christ, that's a sentence.
Yeah. I mean, there's only a limited amount of things you can say about the fucking thing, the Bendy Soul Eater, grandparents. Anyway.
I ain't dying anytime soon, Sonny. You ain't gonna be free of me yet.
Oh, but all of my grandparents are dead. So,
oh no.
Yeah. I can make this joke.
Actually, you are rid of me. Shit. Oh boy, fighting games.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like I
Have
don't
you
know.
heard of them?
Perhaps is it those things where like I go and I follow a character from behind and then sometimes they punch.
Yeah, that's the best part of it.
But like, I guess another one that I would pop for, but it's not happening, is just thinking about the possibilities of, you know, what they could do. Like Digimon Rumble Arena 3 would be fucking nice. You know, I don't know. Could we use another like platform fighter that's slightly different? Because that seems fairly saturated right now.
Yeah, I was about to say we're getting dangerously close here to too many of those.
Then again, I suppose, yeah.
That's one of those genres where it's a thin line in part because most people are just going to go with Smash, you know?
Yeah, and I think the thing is, oh no, not even fucking Battle Arena or Battle Arena. I mean, I have more nostalgia for Battle Arena because I played it a lot more. But like, Digimon had a fighting game series on the Game Boy and nothing else. It was 2D fighting.
I see.
But yeah, so Rumble Arena, even Rumble Arena could work if they follow up on All-Star Rumble or whatever the fuck they called it, the one on the PS3 and 360. That one released, like, I want to say 3 years into the PS4's lifespan. Only for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Bamco wanted that shit to die yesterday. And
yeah.
And yeah, so I've played it. It's fine. It's a Power Stone ripoff in the Year of Warlord 2015, I wanna say.
Good lord.
Yeah. And like, you know, it's not as good as the actual platform fighters that they made, because those, you know, those had a those came out at a time when every second game wasn't Smash. Like just slightly before the time when every second game became Smash. For the first time, I guess. And yeah, it was slightly unique. The first game wasn't as good as the second one, just because it couldn't decide if it wanted to be a full on platform fighter or a full on traditional fighter. So it was like, all right, it's a platform fighter but with rounds.
I see. That's fucked up.
Yep. I mean, it would have been fine, but it made matches go on way too long. So in the second game, they realized that it took way too fucking long to get through anything, and they just made it so you have stocks instead. That was a good change.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
But yeah, like I would pop if they made a new one of those because I like those. What if they went into the Battle Spirit route instead and just, you know, actually made a 2D fighting game, a Digimon fighting game? I'd pop very hard. They're not fucking doing this. Digimon Super dead. Yeah. not even Digimon fighting games. The IP Digimon is currently very dead when it comes to video games, at least. Like I saw people defending Demco, going like, "Oh well, it's not dead. They're still releasing the V-Pets, and like they're currently doing a whatchamacallit, like a graphic novel series on the internet." And like, you know, that's the same thing as releasing video games, right?
Yeah.
You know, especially when you consider that V-Pets are only sold in like America and Japan and nowhere else.
Yeah.
Bamco.
Ugh.
You don't want money.
Yeah. No. For a while, they've been happy that Konami existed just to show there could be dumber, but, well, Konami's catching up on them.
Yeah. Currently, I feel like it's a three-way tie between Konami, Bemco, and Atlas for not wanting money, but Atlas is getting forced to make money now, at least.
Yeah. Atlas is a better example of the war between publishers and developers.
Yes. And then Konami is stupid, and Bemco wants all of the money with none of the support. Which, I mean, like, I feel like that's also probably just partially because video games isn't the only thing Bamco does, because they also do toys and shit. But like, you know, other companies can make this shit work. Why can't you?
Yeah.
Like, Sega had a theme park until like 3 years ago. Like 3 of them actually. And they went bankrupt.
Oh.
No, not currently. I mean, like Sega, or I guess they didn't go bankrupt, but they had to dip out of consoles and like barely make games anymore when you consider it at large. And they still have the capacity to run arcades and fucking like resorts and theme parks. And they don't do that anymore because 2020 it happened. But you know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vamco is here like, alright, you want the game released on the PlayStation Vita. What if we port it to the PC? That's gonna be a new game. Like, fucking the last Digimon game they released was Next Order. Next Order is a 2015 PlayStation Vita game that they then ported to PC in 2023. That is how it is the last game. Like, if you don't want to count releases, then technically fucking Survive happened, but that lost them money, I'm pretty sure, just because people, like, they didn't emphasize enough that it's a visual novel first. Anyway. Yeah, whatchamacallit? Do you have any of these like obscure or more obscure stuff there that you think would like, I guess could happen?
There is a remote possibility they announce a new KI.
Oh yeah, true.
I'd be curious how that would look, because I'd imagine, because by and large, what people would want. The thing about them doing a new KI is it's kind of like I think people just want the KI that they already got on Xbox One, but maybe just looks better with some more features.
Yeah, maybe a couple more characters.
Yeah, but if you like KI, then you probably really liked that KI that had every KI character that had been on a KI game before, plus several new characters. Really, the only issues the game had was there wasn't necessarily that much single-player content, and also it looked pretty ugly. But other than that... So that would be awkward territory for a sequel. Other than that, well, it's definitely been a minute since we got a Sam show, but I don't see SNK working on anything right now, because it's going to be Fatal Fury. It's going to be Garo 2 for a while, and then presumably KOF 16.
Yeah.
Who? Probably, yeah, from Capcom, we're going to see Mai. From Bamco, we're going to see whoever's next for Tekken, which will probably be... Hey, it's Ganryu!
Yeah.
No, more likely it's a stupid crossover character that will all go, what? Are you serious? It can't get weirder than Negan, but unless we can joke about Walter White or Tony Soprano.
Yeah. And I'm almost tempted to say, Yennefer?
Yeah, wait, Yennefer, from Witcher, okay. Yeah. For a moment, my brain crosswired, and I was like, is that a Game of Thrones character?
Close enough.
Next Game of Thrones character, it's Cersei!
I mean, this really depends on, like, whatchamacallit. Then again, okay, never mind. I'll go into it, but yeah. So, because I was like, okay, but if they wanted to go for like weird picks, I don't think with Negan that they went out of their way to go with a weird pick, but it was. But if they explicitly wanted to go with weird picks, like what could they do? And I went, okay, they could pick someone from just literature. And I went like, okay, who could they add? Franz Kafka?
In his roach form?
Well, see, that's why I said it wouldn't work, because if Kafka would be a better DLC, the crossover DLC character for fucking Bloody Roar. Imagine!
Yeah. All right, everybody, get ready for the next Tekken DLC. It's Matt Damon. Oh, which of his characters? No, it's Matt Damon.
Yeah. I mean, that really depends on like the actor, because I feel like Ryan Reynolds could be sold on the idea of just him.
And that's right. I feel it's more interesting though. Oh God, do you remember Carl Weathers DLC for Mortal Kombat X?
Yeah.
It's a pity they never did any more of those because that was stupid.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh God, Mortal Kombat 11 did do another one of those. That fucking Russian DJ that had the terrible voice acting.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I guess Mortal Kombat 1 already did it at pre-order with Jean-Claude Van Damme version of Johnny.
Oh yeah.
So friggin' weird. Anyways. What's up?
Newest Tekken character, Kylie Minogue as Cammy. Tekken vs. Reaper is never dead.
That would be the only situation where Pink buys a fighting game and you and I don't.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I guess for fighting games, I can't really think of anything too crazy. I mean, as you were saying earlier, what franchises?
Yeah.
It would be really sick if there was like a Gundam fighting game.
I mean, technically there is, but it's a fucking arena fighter. It's one of the better ones allegedly, but still. Oh wait, there are all Gundam fighting games though. I played one. They're on the SNES. They're bad.
Okay, now that doesn't count. That's like saying that the old Dragon Ball SNES games are equivalent to Fighter Z.
True. I'm just saying, technically they exist. They barely do, but they exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, a new Gundam fighting game would be cool. I mean, you could do some fun shit with it. I mean, you could it's not the same thing. But depending on who develops this, you could probably just reach out to Capcom and then just secure the rights to Jin Kisaragi.
Yeah.
And then you could get the people who like Gundam, and we could also get all the people who want Cyberbots.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I had something just a second ago. Okay, the one that would be in the mild realm of realism. Probably not, though, but my God. Don't show any gameplay footage. Just show a fucking logo and say 2 or 3 years from now. Fuck it, 3 or 4 years from now. Just show a logo. Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Ah, yeah. I mean, Marvel 4...
Don't even show anything to give people the indication that it's currently in any state that can be shown. Just show the fucking logo and say, get ready, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel 4 and CVS 3, both of those are like, you know, if they show that shit off. They wouldn't show it off at the Game Awards.
NBC,
Marvel maybe,
yes.
yeah.
CVS, I don't, yeah, that's if you're to say. Maybe once My Shiranui is out.
Yeah.
Because Street Fighter, of course, I mean, Smash Brothers, of course, put Terry's name on the map. But they need there to be names other than Terry they can pull from SNK to get people excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I can think of. And I suppose this podcast has gone on for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
So, would you say fighting games were, Addy?
I suppose they were.